artists having their own tools and their own ways or platforms to get their music out there. I mean, AJ kind of touched on it as far as like artists doing the work. Each streaming platform has some sort of tools that artists can use to boost up their streams or get more visibility on the platform. Because you got to think about it, there's so many artists out there. There's no way that we could possibly playlist everybody. So
Hmm.
I know, and AJ could probably speak on this better, but if you're an artist and you have like a song on YouTube, why aren't you running advertisements for your song? It's not really all that expensive, but it's a way to increase your audience and increase your views. SoundCloud has tools for artists. Pandora has tools for artists. Spotify, the list goes on. But again, it's about putting in the work. You could wait around all day for one of us to find you or playlist you, or you could take matters into your own hands and really use these tools. And these tools are only getting better as the technology gets more advanced and stuff like that. So I think you're going to see more of that artists, taking advantage of these tools and really engaging with these DSPs. And for me, if you want to really get my attention and really get me to force my hand to playlist you, engage with my platform. Use the AMP tool that we offer. It's a free tool. Use Next Big Sound and tell me about your stats on Next Big Sound. And if you're able to do that, and I'm like, oh man, you already got traction. I haven't even playlisted you. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to show you some love because not only are you putting up the numbers, but you're using my platform to do so.
AJ, I kind of want to toss it to you because Day One said you could expound on that just a little bit more. But I have to say, I have sat in on a few YouTube conversations since I've been in quarantine. It's been about 8 months now. So I've been in on a few of them, and everybody keeps saying the same thing, similar to what Day One said, is that where you really win is investing in yourself through the advertisements. So everybody's so focused on, hey, where can I put my money? Hey, can I pay this person to play my song? Pay for an ad.
I think, like Jay just mentioned, it's super important that you embrace and educate yourself with each platform and the ecosystem of each platform and the programmatic and promotional packages that each platform has and how each platform has its own digital marketing. It's super also important to understand how the playlist network or syndicate works for each platform. You pull up to someone on a DSP and you're fully absorbing everything that's happening on their platform, like Jay mentioned, he's going to be like, all right, cool, bet. But on the YouTube side as well, once again, I mentioned this this metaphor that Leor Cohen used about the two engines, right? Um, we have this. I feel that the future of playlisting is also where all you use right here are tastemakers, our brand ambassadors, our cultural curators. People are also interested in what you're listening to and what to these blogs are listening to. And as I could imagine how the demand is on playlisting right now, it's crazy because it's a form of radio. I feel that the independent playlister and the world outside of the owned and operated, I call it the wild, wild west or the streets, independent playlisters or tastemakers or influencers are now the new digital street mixtape. So once again, it's also saying, yes, they're going to playlist you and program you, but you have to do that work outside of the owned and operated world. You can't just depend on that. And once again, I can only imagine the music that comes over to Pandora, that comes over to SoundCloud. And, there's not enough hours in the days to consume all the music. So you have to make sure that you're doing the work as well. And I feel that one of the future of playlisting is more impact on the independent playlisters, branders, bloggers, tastemakers, athletes, people like yourselves that are here in this chat that can also drive impact authority, cultural relevance, and discovery.
So basically, what I just heard is connect with your friends who are influencers. Just have them even listen to your song. I thought it was very interesting. Not that long ago, I was scrolling through some playlists and I came across an internet music playlist, and it was literally, y'all, I am a TikTok addict, okay? I can learn a dance in a second, and I find all this new music, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love that song so much. So yeah, it's just amazing what's happening through even platforms like TikTok and Dub Smash, and how we're finding out about all this new music. And it's really through, yes, tastemakers, but a lot of teenagers as well. So I would even suggest tapping in with them. Don't be a creep or nothing, but definitely tap in with your team because those are the ones really pushing the sounds right now. Albert, before we slide up out of here, because I could ask y'all questions all day long, but I'm gonna just make people hit y'all up in the email. Is it important or necessary, do you feel, to have blogs or publications in your back pocket? I know we just said reach out to your tastemakers and your influencers, but people are still into that hard copy, that write me down, that the shade room, things like that. So what do you think?
I mean, I think it's very important in terms of discovery. I think it's good for you to have people that are writing about your music and fostering conversation in different spaces where you don't necessarily have to be there. I think fostering a relationship and building a relationship in terms of future releases is really important, so that like everybody wants to be a part of the discovery from the beginning. So they want to be the early adopters. They want to be the ones to say, yeah, I knew that artist was going to take it to the next level. I knew they were eventually going to make it. And blogs and mediums like blogs, they literally do that for you. So it's really important. I wouldn't say necessarily have them in your back pocket, but basically to foster a strong relationship with them. And like, don't disregard any type of blogger, or don't disregard any type of blog and saying it's not big enough, or no, anyone that's willing to write about you, it's big enough for them to write about you. So like, appreciate it, because a lot of artists wish that someone would just take a chance on them at any moment. So I think it's really important for you to have those relationships.
Yeah.